on a show, number 33. Deep towards Denmark, and it's a Winnipeg touchdown.
This week started.
If you didn't know, now you know.
End zone, touchdown, game winner.
Wendell down, no Chris. And it's a touchdown on special teams for Winnipeg.
In a little more than one quarter last week, the opening quarter against the Argos, Andrew Harris had 3 touchdowns. The Lions led 21-0, but they could not hang on. They had only 6 points after that and wound up losing to the Toronto Argonauts, taking on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers tonight on Thursday Night Football. Welcome to it. Rod Smith, along with the panel of Jock Climby, Milt Stegall, and Chris Schultz. And that was a tough loss, obviously, for BC, but for Winnipeg, Drew Willie goes down when it's 4-3 in the third quarter, Edmonton. And from there, the Eskimos roll. The Bombers didn't have Willie 32-3. So, yes, they're very dependent on their starting quarterback, Schultz. What are you looking for in this game tonight?
That's the number one thing. What is the reality health of Drew Willie? 48 hours ago, he was on the practice field and he was limping everywhere. Now he's going to play a football game. Can he create with his legs? Can he survive in the pocket going forward, backwards, to his left, to his right? And then the other aspect is also, can he throw the football effectively? Because so much of great play, quarterback play and throwing the football, begins with your legs. Watching that quarterback, see how he throws, how he plays.
Guys, I'm going to be focused on the BC Lion receiving core, which I think is a talented core. They got some good players there, but surprisingly, they've only got one guy in the top 25. No receivers in the top 15. This is a 9-team league, and they don't have anybody in the top 15. I think they've got to find a guy who Lule can count on. Someone he can go to who's going to rack up the big yards. They don't have that right now. Arsenal's the closest they have. They need to develop that side of their offense.
Well, the return of Ryan Phillips, and they really need this guy back. This defense has really struggled, in particular, those defensive backs. They've given up more passing yards than anyone in the CFL. Ryan Phillips is the guy who can seal that defensive backfield. He missed 3 games with a hamstring injury, and he's back. They not only need what he does on the field, but his leadership role. Speaking of injuries, I want to give a special apology to Tony Burnett, the defensive back, linebacker in Winnipeg. We made fun of him with our game balls, but we did not know he was injured. So apologies, and hope you get well soon.
Okay, thank you, Milt. Guys, and looking forward to this one in Winnipeg tonight. And you know who else is? Someone by the name of Lyle Siskowski of Thompson, Manitoba. You could win the ultimate $25,000 home theater package from Visions Electronics if a kickoff is returned for a touchdown in this game tonight, thanks to Safeway's Touchdown to Win promotion. And if a second kickoff is returned for a touchdown in this one, you could also win $1 million. Lyle, good luck with that. Bombers coming off a pair of losses in Alberta. Lions coming off a loss after a 21-point lead against the Argos. Both looking to get back in the win column. Coming up Thursday Night Football on TSN from Winnipeg.
It's been a week of unsettled weather here in Manitoba, but a beautiful night tonight after some early rain showers as the Winnipeg Blue Bombers play host to the BC Lions on Thursday Night Football here on TSN.
Drew Willie making his 27th career start. To this point, he's 10-16 as a starter. He showed everybody his resiliency and his toughness. Certainly a catalyst for this Winnipeg football team. On the other side, you're looking at one of the hottest players in the Canadian Football League right now. 13 tackles last week, 36 on the year, leads the league in tackles. Adam Bighill,
tune in, let's go.
Part of that tandem linebacking core, Solomon Elamimian and himself, outstanding defensive players.
So both teams are trying to pick up the pieces after last week. Jeff Tedford's team blew a 21-point lead against the Toronto Argonauts. That's the third largest deficit ever given up by a home team in CFL history as the Argos came back late in that one. And meantime, on the other side, Michael O'Shea's Winnipeg Blue Bombers lost their quarterback, Drew Willie, and then lost 32-3 to the Edmonton Eskimos. So the Bombers have lost back-to-back. And will try to rebound tonight against the BC team that has won 3 in a row here in Winnipeg. Bombers won the toss. They deferred to the second half. And BC will take the football to start the football game. Yola Antolin in his back deep to receive along with Shaquille Murray Lawrence, who had a terrific special teams game last week for the Lions. And this is Murray Lawrence, who dropped the football at the 10-yard line, gets it back. And Murray Lawrence gets through the first wave. A flag is down. And Teague Sherman helps bring him down as he crosses the 32-yard line. That was an adventurous opening kickoff for Shaq Murray Lawrence, a third-round pick of the Lions in the 2015 CFL draft.
Yeah, Scarborough, Ontario native from UNLV.
During the return, illegal block, BC number 24. 10-yard penalty, first down.
That'll move the Lions back inside their 20-yard line. They'll scrimmage at their own 15.
You know, Gordon, I've been chomping at the bit, watches BC Lions for the first time live this season and watch Travis Lule and how far he's come since last season.
Show blitz, and the first down carry goes to Andrew Harris, coming off his 3-touchdown performance last week. Harris tied for the league lead with 4 touchdowns on the season.
And BC Lions, it starts with Travis Lule. They're hoping that he rebounds in the form he had in 2011. A good way to do that is to keep Andrew Harris as running back involved and get Manny Arsenault back in the lineup. Get him the rock. Only 3 catches in the last couple of weeks.
Lions battling the noise here in Winnipeg. On second down, Lule throws. The pass is caught by Austin Collie, but Collie dragged down at about the 25-yard line. That will be a first down, a gain of 9 for the Lions.
Yeah, Austin Collie right here is just going to go up and sit down in the zone, and the ball's going to be thrown with timing. Does a nice job of reaching back and securing the football. Gets to the sticks. Good break on the ball. Austin Collie's already got a first down. 16th catch in the season.
Bomber show blitz again, and the first down carry goes to Harris. And Harris runs over to Thaddeus Gibson for a gain of 7.
And this football team defensively has been trying to find its footing, but last week I really think a young man that did is Jamal Westerman. And he was coming off the edge. 9 tackles last week. Thaddeus Gibson on the other side, and Mo Leggett in the middle of that defense is certainly the team leader back there.
On second down, Lule throws underneath, and the pass is again caught by Collie, and again he's got a first down for the BC Lions, a gain of 7.
Austin Collie is Travis Lule's second most targeted receiver behind Manny Arsenault. He's going to come right to left across your stream just on a little drag route. Khalil Bass executes his evacuates his will linebacker position, and they found Collie in the hole.
Now from the 40 back to the ground to Harris. And Harris with blockers in front of him, most notably the center, Jason Foster, has another gain of 7 yards. Harris, number 2 in the Canadian Football League in yards from scrimmage entering this week. He's played 1 fewer game than the other players at the top of the list.
Yeah, Jason Foster does get out and around. It's always a good feeling for a back to plant his right foot and make a jump cut back in the hole, and he got 300-pounder leading the way.
Back is Harris, and Harris is wrapped up very quickly. Daryl Johnson got a hand on him along with Jamal Westerman. And the gain is maybe 2. He'll be close to a first down. Now, an interesting situation here for the Lions. It's 3rd and short. And, of course, last week, Jeff Ted, for the Lions coach, went for it on 3rd and 4 on his own side of midfield. The Lions were stopped short. It was a key turning point in the game. And here on 3rd and a yard, Tedford sends out the punting unit. Now, BC is going to call timeout, I believe.
Timeout, BC.
Yeah, so the Lions use an early timeout here as Tedford has another look at it. Travis Lule came to the bench, perhaps arguing that the Lions should go for it.
Yeah, Gord, I want to show you this last play and watch Jamal Westerman crash down here. Contain, he slides, and he explodes to the football. Not there. He's watching Travis Lule, make sure that he hands the ball off, and he makes the tackle. Jamal Westerman really settling in here. week 6 of the season, making the transfer from 6 years in the National Football League to the Canadian game. It doesn't happen overnight, but he's really settling in here now for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, finding his mojo, so to speak, and coming from off the edge and understanding what this game's all about. And quite frankly, his brother on the other side, they can call each other and kind of compare notes, because Jamar, his brother, plays for the BC Lions in the same exact position.
First time they've been on the football field at the same time.
Absolutely love that. A lot of times, brothers are in the same league, but not in the same game.
The Lions will gamble. Third and less than a yard. Then comes Jonathan Jennings at quarterback, and he'll dive ahead, and so the gamble does work this time for the Lions. And they had to burn a timeout to make the decision, but the drive continues, and don't forget, the Lions began this possession at their own 15-yard line.
Yeah, and this is just call it massive humanity. Just find a spot, follow those big boys as they submarine low, and try to find a soft spot. Get ugly. Get ugly in a hurry. Nicely done. Moving the chains.
This is the 8th play of the drive, and the Lions have not yet crossed midfield. Back to the ground to Harris. And he'll find his way close to the midfield marker for a gain of a couple. Consider this, Matt. Entering this week, the Lions had 12 possessions where they'd started inside their own 20-yard line. They'd scored a touchdown once. It's a very difficult thing to do, to drive the ball 90-plus yards.
Yeah, defenses know that, so they're going to make you be patient, not give you big chunks. Here the BC Lions are forced into a second and long situation. I expect Winnipeg to be very, very cautious here, play deep, play everything underneath.
For another second down conversion, throws, the pass is caught, and it will be a BC first down as Sean Gore has the reception and a gain of 9.
Nicely designed play. Sean Gore's right here. He's going to drive up and just sit in the hole here. Travis Lule is going to look to the dig or the crosser, clear it out, sit in the hole right there, put it on and move the sticks.
Down, a direct snap to Harris, now gets around the corner, and Harris dragged down by Chris Randall, but another big game for Andrew Harris. Call it a pickup of 8. As the Lions show a couple of different looks here on this drive, which is now run 11 plays.
Yeah, it's Tommy Graham coming around all the way around the outside, and then Andrew Harris just trying to get there. So is Chris Randall, fourth-year player from Utah State, going sideline to sideline.
Short back to Harris, and he dives inside the 35-yard line. Should be good for another BC first down. And Matt, putting together 13 consecutive plays is tough against air, never mind against the defense.
Yeah, well, it's for me. I know that. Let alone when the real bullets are flying, and it's an impressive drive. It's exactly what you wanted on the road. Find a rhythm offensively, going hurry up offense, pressing the envelope, keeping Winnipeg on their heels.
Harris has carried the ball 6 times so far on this drive. Play fake, Lule throws, and the pass is caught. Courtney Taylor has it, and Taylor inside the 20-yard line. Another BC Lions first down, a gain of 15.
I'm not sure if that was Courtney Taylor or AC Leonard. Yeah, AC Leonard, big 6'2", 251-pounder, runs a 4.5. Talking to Travis before the ball game, he says he's just trying to find ways to get this guy the football so that the little talented halfbacks and whatnot have to put a hat on him, oftentimes bounce off of those big legs of his. It's an example of it right there.
Back to Harris. And Harris pushes the pile down close to the 15-yard line. So this drive, which began at the BC 15, has already taken more than half of the first quarter off the clock. And the BC Lions are working against the Winnipeg defense, Matt, that has allowed the most plays in the Canadian Football League this year.
And they're making substitutions here. See Khalil Bass come out, Zach Anderson come out, linebacker, the defensive lineman just catching their breath. Anderson's taking a knee on the sidelines. He's winded. Trying to get some fresh bodies in there already.
Second and long. Here comes the rush. Lule throwing to the end zone. Has a man. It's a touchdown. And that time it is Courtney Taylor. And the BC Lions drive the ball 95 yards in a drive that takes 8.5 minutes and 14 plays to open this game with a touchdown.
Well, it's Bruce Johnson that BC's going to work on, and Travis Lule's got incredible amount of time. Nice job by the boys up front. Courtney Taylor turns Bruce Johnson, who I believe is premier halfback in the league. Courtney Taylor made him look silly on that. Had all kinds of time, was able to get up on his feet, flip his hips, and then he goes the other way, and the ball spotted perfectly. And Travis Lule's got his 8th touchdown of the year.
Courtney Taylor's got his first touchdown reception of the season. He had 2 touchdown catches last year. And now on comes Richie Leon, the terrific BC rookie kicker, to try the point after.
This guy's been phenomenal. Perfect on his field goals. Just missed one of these PATs.
It was almost blocked by Teague Sherman, but Leone puts it through, and Courtney Taylor has the touchdown catch as the BC Lions put together an impressive opening drive here on Thursday Night Football. The CFL on TSN is brought to you by Nissan, official vehicle of the Canadian Football League.
Carrollton, Alabama, stand up. Laura, Nala, Mello, love you guys. See you.
Courtney Taylor in his 4th year in the Canadian Football League, the 31-year-old who played his college football at Auburn.
Mentioned his hometown, Carrollton, Alabama, representing. Made that look easy. Had all kinds of time, too.
Troy Studemeyer now takes the kickoff inside his 10-yard line, and Studemeyer has a wall in front of him. Puts his head down and gets up close to the 30-yard line. So the opening kickoff was a good 15 minutes ago, and the Winnipeg offense will get its first touch. Drew Willie, after being shaken up last week, is back tonight. And we'll see the Bomber offense when we come back. A lot of talk about Drew Willie's health. Here's Sarah Orleski with more.
Well, Gord, it probably comes as no surprise to those that know Drew Willie well that he's starting this week. He told me that his buddies back in New Jersey didn't even bother texting him to find out whether or not he would be starting. He presumes they just knew. He prides himself on his toughness, both mentally and physically, and he says he has an incredibly high pain tolerance. But we know high pain tolerance doesn't always mean that you're able to start football games. I asked him whether or not he was just the type that was able to avoid severe injury, and he said he broke his wrist once when he was young during basketball season, and he sheepishly admitted he recovered from that even easier. He said 2 weeks he had the cast off and was back on the court.
First down carry to Paris Cotton, and Cotton bursts across the 35-yard line up to the 38. A gain of 8 yards for Cotton, so we'll keep an eye on Drew Willie and his mobility in this football game.
Absolutely, and showing him right off the top, because this is where the team takes their lead, and Patrick Neufeld draws in a left guard and replaces Chris Greaves, who's a healthy scratch, and Justin Beltong, who's been a dynamite receiver for Winnipeg this year, slides in for Nick Moore at receiver.
And the second down carry to Cotton. He's up to the 42-yard line. And the gain of 3 will give the Winnipeg Blue Bombers a first down. Let's take a look at the BT defense and another Westerman.
Yeah, how can I not mention Jabbar when I've already mentioned Jamal? Both of them played at Notre Dame Secondary School out of Toronto. And Solomon Elamimian, MOP last year, most valuable defensive player of the last year, took away all the awards, and Adam Big Hill's on his way this year to earning all those awards because having a fabulous first half of this football season.
Now Willie close it up, being chased by Westerman, and Drew Willie on the run, got tripped up, and he's got a first down. Jabbar Westerman got a hand on him, but Willie, showing early movement, has a gain of 12 and a second Winnipeg first down.
The shades of a couple weeks ago when Travis Lule did this and did it with ease, racking up 105 yards as a quarterback, and Drew Willie getting the attention of the BC Lions defense, saying, I'm healthy enough to get the edge, and you better stay on your horse out here with me, because I'll do whatever it takes to win.
Now Willie on the play fake, swings it up to Cotton. And Paris Cotton into Bomber territory, dragged down the 40-yard line, a gain of 16 yards.
Absolutely love Paris Cotton. I think he's the most explosive player offensively for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Gotta find ways to get him the football. And one of my favorite guys in the face of Travis Lulay, Alex Hoffman-Ellis. Heck of a football player, makes impact plays that way. That play, Drew Willie just got the best of him.
On first down, back to the ground to Cotton, and this time, nothing doing. Michael Brooks gets into the backfield and drops him for a loss of 5.
First-year play from East Carolina, just knifes through the defense, crosses the face, potential blocker. Makes a nice play in the backfield. We call that a stop, defensive stop. A stop is tackle for no loss, tackle for no gain, a sack or a knockdown. And it's a good sign of defensive production when you're playing on the other side of the football.
Now on 2nd and 15. Willie has time. Now being chased. Throws to the sideline, incomplete, looking for Darvin Adams. And again, Drew Willie in the sights of defensive players, but this time he gets it away. And the Bombers will have to kick on 3rd down.
Hey, Drew Willie's got all kinds of time, and he's doing everything he can to keep his feet stable. But look at this. He's just looking right. He's looking left. He's looked left, right. He goes back left. Does a nice job of keeping his eyes downfield, but couldn't find a receiver, and ultimately just threw it out of bounds, trying to survive the play.
Rather than try a 52-yard field goal, the Bombers will punt. Lirim Hajrullahu. And that's going to be going out at the 21-yard line, so that'll be a penalty against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, as any punt that goes directly out of bounds between the 20s is a foul. Andrew Harris, 3 touchdowns last week, and a big start so far tonight. BC up by 7 here on Thursday Night Football. So we're going to have a do-over. There was a holding call against BC, the illegal punt against Lirim Hajrullahu. So it's 3rd down over again from the BC 45, and Hajrullahu once again punt. His longest field goal of the year is 52 yards. That would be the attempt in this case, but there is
on the previous play, we had holding BC number 24. Illegal kick out of bounds, Winnipeg number 70. Repeat the down.
There you go, the do-over. So once again, back to receive is Keola Antolin. And Hajrullahu stands at his own 50. High kick. Antolin at the 7-yard line. A flag comes down for no yards. And Teague Sherman rides him out of bounds at the 10. So a 39-yard punt, but the return will be bolstered by the New York penalty as Travis Lulay and the BC Lions with a 7-point lead get set to go back to work. And there is some light rain falling here in Winnipeg after the heavy rains last week in Edmonton.
There's one cloud.
I know.
It's right over Investors Group Field.
It's been that kind of couple of weeks for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, but this doesn't look like it's going to last long.
Oh, what a beautiful facility here. Not going to stop the enthusiasm over there at the Rum Hut, though.
It was a tough week for the Bombers in a number of respects, and offensively, it's been a real struggle for them. Winnipeg hasn't scored a touchdown on offense in 5 quarters, didn't score a point after the first quarter last week, and Jeff Tedford's team, of course, came out last week, scored 21 points in the first quarter to bit.
And then fell asleep. Got beat by Toronto.
With the New York penalty, first down BC for the 22-yard line. Andrew Harris around the left side. And Harris bides his time. And Harris runs away from Jake Thomas, has a gain of 8.
Same play we saw in the first drive. This time it's going to the left with linemen out front. Andrew Harris just strings it out. Finds him a little bit of room there with big bodies out in front. Picking and choosing. juking and jiving. Andrew Harris, not the same player he is at home, but certainly solid football player on the road. But Andrew Harris at BC Place lights it up consistently.
Second and short. Here's Harris again, a first down as he fights his way up to the 35-yard line. If you're just joining us, BC drove the ball 95 yards in its opening possession, a 14-play march for a touchdown. We welcome viewers of the United States on ESPN2 tonight, wherever you're looking in.
And talking about Andrew Harris right there, toting the rock 2 plays in a row. He's from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Played ball at Victoria Island Raiders junior football team. 6th year in the league. Magical football player. Makes things happen whether he's running with the football or catching it out of the backfield.
Now flags are down as the ball is snapped.
Procedure, BC number 63. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Giovanni Lafoye, the right tackle, is calling for procedure. And Matt, for all the talk about penalties being called this year and the new rules that were brought in, it's been a lot of this, procedure.
Yeah, and, you know, Javon's right here, and you're talking about the best offensive lineman in the league in 2012, and one of the top ones over the last 4 years. I hate recognizing him when he's making a foul like that. He's a special football player, does a lot for this football team.
First and 15 for the Lions. Lule screens it for Harris, and again he's got big men in front of him. That's a huge block there from T-Dre Player. And Andrew Harris gets out to the 44-yard line, very close to a first down, a gain of close to 15 on the screen pass to Harris.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and you know, talk about Giovanni Lafoye and right tackle, and this is a nice job. Watch him on the right side over here. He's going to drop, he's going to set, and then he's going to go after his man, chop him, invite him up the football field, clears the way for Andrew Harris. Another look at him. Going down on Thaddeus. It doesn't have to get a big piece of him. Just redirect him, create a lane for Travis to get the football to Andrew, and then you've got your wide receivers out there in front, and that time it was A.C. Leonard throwing a critical block, moving the chains.
And it's really coming down now. That one cloud's really unloading on this stadium.
Well, it's blue skies everywhere except for over the Winnipeg Blue on the stadium here, invested through field. Indicative of this football team over the last couple of weeks.
This is the definition of a sun shower. On first down, Lule with time, looking over the top. And Courtney Taylor can't get there. That ball might have slipped out of Lule's hands. And that's the first incompletion for Travis Lule as Bruce Johnson was there on the coverage.
Yeah, and that had no chance of being completed. One, because of the conditions. Two, because he was double covered and he wasn't open from the get-go. And second, he's an inside receiver right here. He's just going to try to get to the post. And ball's not even thrown properly, and there's double coverage back there. Lucky that wasn't going the other way.
Reset the 20-second clock for the Lions. Final seconds here of the opening quarter. One in which BC ate up more than half of it with its opening possession.
A lot of talk about Jeff Tedford, new head coach for the BC Lions, his offensive style, pushing the play, trying to get as many plays as possible. We've already felt the tempo drastically change here with the BC Lions offense and how quickly they play the game compared to the other people around the league.
Flag is down. This might be offside against the Lions. Lule rolling, and now they're going to call the play. Final play here of the opening quarter, but there is a flag, so we'll probably get one more. Now the wind is really whipping. Of course, really tough weather here in Manitoba this week. We had a tornado out towards the Saskatchewan border that was on the ground
Offside.
for a couple of hours.
BC number 17. 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
And a heat wave, and now this.
You know, you look at the crowd, and you know, there's sunshine in the stands, and it's raining all over the field. Agnes offsides. Austin Collie. A little premature waggle there. Trying to figure it out. He's done a good job. Played for Indianapolis Colts for years. Austin Cowley resurrecting his career here for the BC Lions.
2nd and 15. Play clock winding down, and they won't get it out. So after a procedure call, now a time count violation, and Travis Lule is hot.
This is what.
BC number 14.
This is exactly what happens at the Veterans Group Field. This crowd knows it. They know that this facility, it's like a hockey arena during the playoffs. Absolutely insanely loud. And BC Lions right now offense is going backwards, and Travis Lule is out of sorts right now because this crowd of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers is making it that way on.
Second and 20. Flared out for Colley, and he gets buried right away by a pile of blue. Johnny Adams in there, Bruce Johnson, Thaddeus Gibson, to name a few.
Throwing Nate Collins too. Big Nate from Virginia, I think stuck Austin Cowley right between the numbers to try to peel back on the inside.
Back when it was sunny, the BC Lions took the lead. Should be sunny and dry again when the second quarter begins. Back here in Winnipeg, the numbers after 1 quarter of play on Thursday Night Football. Look at the time of possession for the BC Lions, 11:15 as they drove the ball for nearly 8 minutes on their opening possession. The Courtney Taylor 17-yard touchdown catch gives them the 7-0 lead. And Matt, the BC Lions we saw in that first quarter, especially in the opening part of it, that's the BC Lions do their very best.
Yeah, and that's what Jeff Tedford's vision of the Lions is going to be all about. Tempo, high execution, fast, play hard, and be productive in the red zone, something that really bit them last year. And they were able to get that done and dominate the first quarter. Now, Winnipeg, on the other hand, is continually trying to find themselves offensively, and their best chance, in my opinion, is continue trying to get Paris Cotton in the mix. But this football team maybe will get a jump start from that defensive stop.
Richie Leoma, #1 punter in the Canadian Football League, averaging nearly 50 yards a kick. Stands just outside his own 20-yard line. Troy Studemeyer back to receive, and it is a booming kick. Stands under it from the 22-yard line. Studemeyer looking for the corner. Got strung out a bit and finally tackled on play as BC's Kenyon Parker makes a stop, a 52-yard punt, a return of 9. Is this the week? It's Saskatchewan and Edmonton on Friday Night Football. The Riders winless so far this year, and Darius Bowman and the Edmonton Eskimos are on a roll after their 32-3 win over Winnipeg last week. It all starts at 8:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Pacific on TSN 1-3-4-5. So the Bombers begin from their 32-yard line without a touchdown in their last 6 quarters. A little flip around the corner, and taking that toss is Justin Beltung. And Beltung up to the 42-yard line. Should be close to Winnipeg first down. Beltung back in the lineup after missing the last 2 weeks for Winnipeg.
Absolutely love this. They go double tights, flatten out the defense of the BC Lions, and Beltung, a returner, an outstanding explosive returner for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Like I said, draws in for Nick Moore, who's out with the lower body injury, utilizing his speed on the edge.
That goes into the books as a pass, Matt, because the ball was tossed forward, even though it only traveled about a yard.
Is that right?
That is a pass.
Love that. Quarterbacks love that.
Now to throw to the sidelines, and the pass is incomplete for Darvin Adams. And there on the coverage is Cord Parks for the BC Lions.
That's a nicely thrown football. I thought Darvin Adams went through his, I thought it went right through his hands on the sidelines. Gonna come right at you. Kitchen sink, here we come.
And I think it stopped raining, Matt. So it was monsoon season for about 15 minutes here.
Liquid sunshine.
And the fans are getting back to their seats. Second down for the Bombers. Willie throws underneath. The pass is caught and off and running is Julian Fiola-Gadino, and Gadino's got a first down in the BC territory at the 50-yard line, a gain of 18 yards.
Yeah, this is a nice job, and BC is doing the right thing here. Westerman, he's gonna come in and drop back underneath coverage, trying to take the drag away. But Drew Willie, he sees this. You can see You see Westerman dropping back, but he sees it, spots the ball, and moves the chains. Little cat and mouse game there. BC anticipating that, but receiver ran by the coverage.
Point fake to Paris Cotton. Now they swing it up to Adams. And Darvin Adams got away from the first tackle, but not the second. Solomon Elamimian's not going to let that get away.
No.
And down he goes for a gain of 2.
That's just, you know, you saw that coming as he turned back into play, and Solomon was coming with bad intentions, and he got there in a hurry. 143 tackles last year. Set a new league mark. That's just getting it done. He and Adam Big Hill are fun to watch, flying from sideline to sideline, wreaking havoc. And Josh Johnson is the unsung hero for that Winnipeg linebacker corps.
There comes Big Hill on the blitz, but Willie gets away. He's got a first down and more. Drew Willie off and running inside the 20-yard line and down to the 18. A pickup of 29 yards for Drew Willie.
Yeah, Chung doing a nice job in this design football play. Right guard, watch him. He's just going to move here and come back inside and wall anything off, opening up a hole for Drew Willie. And I've got to venture to say that if Drew Willie's healthy here, he is simply going to walk in for a touchdown, but that knee's bothering him a little bit there. You can see it.
That's his longest run of the year. Here's Cotton now on the first down carry, and Paris Cotton gets stacked up pretty quickly.
They're right in the teeth in that defense of the BC Lions.
And look who's there again, Saul Elamimian.
And Winnipeg is trying to establish that line of scrimmage. First game of the season and victory, they look dominant up there and really have struggled to find the run game. And Paris Cotton's touches have been diminishing over the last several weeks, and look like they're bound and determined to keep him involved in the football game, which is a good sign.
On second down, Willie stands in and throws, and the pass incomplete, but a flag comes down in the coverage by Parks as Darvin Adams was the intended target.
And you talk about cool under pressure. If you can just watch Drew Willie in the pocket here, you're going to get an ISO on Darvin Adams. He just keeps working back, and while he's doing this, Drew Willie's got a lot of heat in the kitchen. He keeps his poise there and tries to find, here he is. He's got people all around him, surrounded. That's when a little bit of height goes a long way for a quarterback. I wouldn't have been able to see that back in the day. They'd have chunked that one blindly or pulled it down, make something happen, but Drew Willie.
Pass interference,
draws
BC number 26. Spot a foul, automatic first down.
So put the ball at the 8-yard line. The call goes against Cord Parks, and it's 1st and goal for the Bombers.
A couple times last week, Gordon, the red zone here, the Bombers squandered opportunities early, and Mike O'Shea really believes that was a turning point in the football game. Could have been 10-0 for them against the Edmonton Eskimos, and here they've got to capitalize.
Didn't score a touchdown last week against Edmonton. Play fake to Cotton. Throw it outside. Belton, touchdown. Justin Belton with his first CFL score, and the Bombers can tie it with a point after.
Yeah, this is what you want. Beltong, he's going to, you see him right here, he's going to drive over here, and he's going to go back and get in the flat and outflank the defense. Point fake on the ISO. There's a point fake, there's Beltong. He's got the edge. Westerman is no man's land. He beats Court Park to the front of the end zone. Well designed, well executed. Exactly what the Winnipeg Blue Bomber offense needed, not only this week, but over the last several weeks. They looked like an offense there was on the same page.
Meantime, in the corner of the end zone, TJ Lee is down for the BC Lions, who lost Ronnie Yell in the game last week against Toronto, so getting thin in the defensive backfield.
TJ Lee, second-year player from Eastern Washington, has already got 2 interceptions on the year. See if he can't shake it off.
Jordan, Kathleen, baby, that was for y'all, man. We'll get you another one. Let's do this.
So Belton came to training camp with the Bombers, and right away Michael O'Shea said, we've got more than a receiver here. We've got a football player.
Yeah, and they're just looking forward to this, watching what this kid does with his opportunity. Unexpected one with Nick Moore, the leading receiver for the football team, going down last week. in the second half, and there's Nick there, premier player in the league. He's down, so Veltong gets his chance, and they're chomping at the bit watching this kid and what he can do. And well, I've seen it. He's an explosive football player. We've already seen him with the speed get to the edge twice against the BC Lions defense.
So now a part of the game that has bedeviled the Bombers so far this year, the point after. Here on Lahu, rather.
They have been there, done that.
Is 6 for 10 on point after. He's got this one, and this game is tied at 7 with 10.5 to go in the second quarter. Drew Willie with the throw after running it for 29 on one leg. Not bad on Thursday Night Football.
Glory to God.
Justin Veltong, the 23-year-old from Puyallup, Washington.
Glory for them wheels, too.
Yeah.
Hey, he's got some scoop.
So it's a 7-7 game here in the first half, and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers finally have a touchdown after struggling offensively for the last game and a bit. It's sunny again. Oh, I'll temper that. There is one cloud, so who knows, it might rain again. Ira Lahu sends that deep. And Antolin takes the ball at his 20-yard line. And he is thrown down on a terrific special teams play by Winnipeg's Garrett Wagoner. So Travis Lulay and the BC Lions go back to work in a 7-7 game here on Thursday Night Football from Winnipeg on TSN. Network, some will be hotter than ever with the Theory of Everything, Inherent Vice, Lucy, Dumb and Dumber 2, and so much more. All August only on TMN, the movie network. Lions scrimmage at their own 32-yard line in a 7-7 game. First down give to Andrew Harris, and Harris gets thrown straight backwards. And on the stop is Jake Thomas.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with it on that side of the football. He's waiting on it, playing on the other side of the line of scrimmage. That's a tackle for a loss. That's a stop right there. That's defensive production at its finest.
And the Lions go no huddle. 5 receivers set. And Lulay changing the play. On second down, Lulay throwing over the top for Kale, and it is incomplete. A flag comes down near the end of the play on the other side of the field. Manny Arsenault was jawing with Johnny Adams of the Bombers, and a flag comes down a good 70 yards from where the ball was thrown.
Absolutely, completely across the football field.
Unnecessary roughness. Winnipeg, number 20. 15-yard penalty, automatic.
And so it's
first
Adams
down.
who gets called as he was jousting with Arsenault.
And that'll drive Mike O'Shea crazy. New defensive coordinator Richie Hall crazy, because that is, like you said, goes 70 yards away from the play, and he gets flagged and continues to drive for the BC Lions. Otherwise, they'll punt the football, and Winnipeg's defense, once again, should have had a stop. They made a difference in the last few minutes here in this football game, which they did last series.
Bombers have taken the most penalties in the Canadian Football League so far this year. They give it to Gore on the end around, and Gore gets tripped up. Terrific defensive play there by Khalil Bass, the outstanding rookie out of Encino, California, played at Portland State. And that'll bring up second and long for the Lions.
Sean Gore's got to go a long way for 2 yards here. Coming flying around the corner. Little jet sweep. There's Khalil Bass putting on the brakes. Nice open field tackle. Way to do it. Can't go sideline to sideline in professional football. North and south is the key.
On second down, Lulay throws. It is almost intercepted. The pass intended for Courtney Taylor. Maurice Leggett stepped in front of it, couldn't hang on. Third down now for BC.
Yeah, I saw this ball was going to be overthrown, and Leggett was closing over the top. He had 5 interceptions last year in a rookie year, second-year player from Valdosta State. Lulay's going to look to this the whole way, so Leggett's got a beat on it. You can see that he's got a really nice jump. That's a play of defense that is struggling needs to have. Well, I really think they've set the tone last series with the stop. This series, penalty kept the drive alive. Leggett couldn't squeeze that one, but they're off the field anyway.
Leone knocked down, the flag comes down. Studemeyer from the 15-yard line. And Studemeyer tripped up on another good defensive play on special teams by Kenyon Parker.
Contacting the kicker, Winnipeg, number 3. 10-yard penalty, first down.
And the BC Lions, to Drew Willie's disgust, will keep the football when we come back.
This drives you crazy. Watch Arsenault. He's going to come in here, and then you're going to watch Johnny Adams. That's legal there. And then he comes back into him, and he jams him again. I think that's legal. But he draws a penalty there, keeps the drive alive. Defense misses an opportunity. Valdosta State product. Maurice Leggett misses one. Then Craig Newman here. I don't see where he hits the kicker. Yet he gets flagged. The drive still alive for the BC Lions. A couple of wishy-washy penalties to keep this drive alive. Winnipeg's got to be seething.
Shut it down for Lions. Lule to the sideline, and Taylor's got the catch close to a first down at the 42-yard line. Call it a gain of 10, 12 offensive yards gained by BC on this drive, and then 25 on 2 penalties.
And you look back on it, and those may not be the plays you remember, but those are the plays that certainly can make a difference in a football game. Inconsequential, but certainly could be the biggest ones of the football game to this point. You don't know how they're going to factor in, but you know that your defense is still in the field and they should be off.
And now Harris on 2nd and short. Needs the 40-yard line, should have it. And it is a first down for the Lions, who last week were the ones who committed 2 fouls that wound up deciding the game. Alex Bazzi took a roughing the passer call that extended a Toronto drive. Now the Argos get their first points, and then Elimimian called for a face mask late in the game that allowed Toronto to move up the field as well.
Bazzi, a rookie for the Lions last year, 11 sacks, phenomenal player. We're talking about the most outstanding defensive player, most outstanding player in the league, drawing those penalties.
Now the play fake to Gore, give it off to Harris, and Harris has got room to run inside the 30. And Andrew Harris finally pushed out of bounds by Adams, a gain of 17 yards for Harris. That's his longest run of the year.
Watch the left tackle pull out in front here, all the way around. He'll lead it for him. Watch Andrew get on his hip. That's easy to squash a little deep, or linebacker, Khalil Bass. Run the daylight.
12 carries, 61 yards for Harris so far in the game. First down, BC from the 23-yard line. Lule to the end zone, incomplete. Looking for A.C. Leonard. And back there in the coverage is Damon Washington.
A bit of a mismatch there in size. A.C. Leonard, 6'2", about 250. Damon Washington, 5'10", about 185. Just couldn't spot the football where the big man could make a play on it.
Brings up second down for the Lions. And this is the 10th play of this drive. Lule throws, trying to find Taylor, it's picked off. Intercepted by Sam Hurl, but wait, there are flags down in the offensive backfield of the BC Lions as Travis Lule went down as he threw.
Holding BC number 66. That penalty's declined. First down, Winnipeg.
The holding call will be washed out, and Sam Hurl has his first interception of the year, and the Bombers take over at their 15-yard line.
It's exactly what you need defensively. This football team's been very close, getting off the field, making a difference defensively. Travis Lule is going to have time and fits it in there. Taylor can't squeeze it, ball's in the air. Sam Hurl comes out with a big play, a play that this defense, there's the hold there.
Ooh, that was
like a takedown.
A late-ish hit by Westerman, the first career reception for Sam Hurl. On first down, not much doing there for Cameron Marshall. Wrapped up by Alex Bazzi. Marcus a gain of maybe 2. It's 2nd and 8.
The offense needs to capitalize on the turnover here and the momentum and keep it in their favor. They've worked hard to get it. In fact, they worked hard to give it back to the BC Lions in the last series with all those penalties. Now they finally got the defensive turner they've been looking for. They got to convert on this 2nd down.
It's 2nd and long. Willie under pressure. Steps away from the first man, and Willie's going to run again. Sticks his head in there and gets a first down at the 34-yard line. A pickup of 11 yards for Drew Willie. If that's how he runs on a bad leg, imagine with a good one.
You know, it's a test, right? You see if the kid can do it with all his faculties, you know, at his fingertips. And watch Dominic Picard. He's going to take Westerman, and he's going to let him go that way. Open up a big lane for Willie. Makes a nice move on Alex Hoffman. And then Willie takes a couple of unnecessary hits.
Willie's got
the chain.
Willie's got 53 yards rushing in the game. Back to Marshall. Out across the 30, keeps going, and fights his way up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 5 on the play.
A nice mix-up for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers in their backfield.
Tackled by Alex Bazzi.
Cameron Marshall, 2nd-year player from Arizona State. Really a between the tackles type of runner. Got a heck of a nose for the end zone. And big contrast with him and Paris Cotton, who's a scat back and makes people miss in the phone booth.
Flags are down. Willie throws. It's dropped by Paris Cotton, who flagged down the line of scrimmage on the far side of the field. Dave Foxcroft is tonight's referee. This will be procedure against the Bombers, so that'll be declined by the Lions. They'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Illegal formation, no end, Winnipeg. That penalty's declined. 3rd down.
Have to have 7 men on the line of scrimmage, even with all the motion available in the Canadian Football League. Still have to have 7. The 2 on the end of the line of scrimmage can be moving up and down the line of scrimmage with the other people coming towards the line of scrimmage. But that time, Winnipeg did not have 7 men on the line of scrimmage.
Iralahu back to receive, or back to punt this to Keola Antolin. And it bounces out of bounds, and for the 2nd time in the game, Iralahu is going to be called for an illegal punt. The first one was washed out by another penalty, but this one will count. And with 3:21 to go in the first half, the Lions see the ball go out at the 40, and it'll move up thanks to this penalty against the Bomber kicker.
And Gordon, it should be noted that that first drive in that first quarter, the Winnipeg defense was on the field for 2/3 of that first quarter. A penalty-aided drive.
Illegal kick out of bounds, Winnipeg, number 70. 10-yard penalty, 1st down, BC.
Penalty-aided drive before the turnover, Sam Hurl's interception, but this Winnipeg defense is still taxed right now, and the football field's been flipped with BC Lions in good offensive field position.
So Lule and the Lions get it right back after the interception on the last possession. Lots of time to work with. Play fake to Harris. Lule looks for Gore. He's got the catch. Thrown out of bounds by Leggett, but not before he picks up a 1st down and gets down to the 42-yard line of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. A gain of 18 on the play, and the Lions are on the move again in a 7-7 game here in Winnipeg on Thursday Night Football on TSN.
The boys back in the studio getting set for Live at the Half. We'll be talking about another fast start by the Lions trying to keep that momentum, about the arm and legs of Drew Willie coming off an injury, and we'll hear from the coach Paul Lapalisse, who's there in Winnipeg, as are Gord Miller and Matt Dunnigan.
Travis Lule finds Sean Gore, and Gore dragged down to the Winnipeg 36-yard line. Brought down by Damon Washington. A gain of 5 on the play, brings up second down.
Looked like that play was going to go for a lot more than it did. Damon Washington did a nice job of getting off his blocker and getting to the ball carrier.
And again, BC goes to the hurry-up offense. Under pressure, spins away from the first man and throws to the middle. It's caught by Austin Collie, a first down to the 20-yard line. As Travis Lulay was Houdini on Jamal Westerman.
Yeah, it's called stepping out of the tire. Talked about it. When the quarterback takes his right leg and whips it around like he's stepping out of a big tire, and here he feels it. There it is right there. He's out on the edge, and he fights Austin Collie. Second favorite target is the BC Lion moving the chains.
First down from the 20. Harris. It's tossed on a bounce hard by Johnny Adams. A gain of 4, and Adams playing with an edge after being called earlier for objectionable conduct.
And again, Andrew's going to get help out front of him, and he really doesn't use it. He just outflanks everybody, tries to get the edge, but Johnny Adams gets there before he does, gets lower. Harris takes the brunt of it.
Second and 6. Lulay to Taylor in the end zone. Incomplete. The flag comes down inside the 10-yard line as the ball was in the air.
It's going to be on Damon Washington for DPI, defensive pass interference, illegal contact on a receiver. He hits him in the end zone. It's going to be first and goal and 1.
So if the ball's in the air, it's pass interference. That would put the ball at the 1. If it's before the throw, that's illegal contact, a 10-yard penalty. Oh! And they're going to call this on BC. This is on the Lions. So now a decision for the Bombers.
Take a peek at that.
And the Lions in turn could challenge this if they chose to.
Offensive pass interference, BC number 86. That penalty's declined. Third down.
So they're calling Taylor, who was the intended target, but the Bombers decline it anyway. And the field goal unit will come on for the BC Lions.
Yeah, it's right down here. I believe we're looking at this man right here. Getting up the football field, and he just kind of stumbles right here. And there's a flag thrown.
So Leone on for a 24-yard field goal attempt. And BC retakes the lead with 1:44 to go in the first half. Leone has not yet missed as a Canadian Football League kicker. 11 for 11 on field goals, his longest already 56 yards.
He had a tremendous career at University of Houston, from Roswell, Georgia, just north of Atlanta. Great high school tradition there in Roswell.
And speaking of tradition, Matt, getting some assistance in Vancouver from a pretty good CFL kicker, Don Sweet, with an outstanding career as a kicker with the Montreal Alouettes and a Grey Cup champion for them. And Sweet has become kind of a kicking guru on the West Coast, works with a number of CFL players, and he's only the latest to tap into his knowledge. On first down, Drew Willie under pressure throws, Rory Kohler with a catch, and Kohler brought down at the 41-yard line, a gain of 7, as the stop is made by BC's Josh Johnson.
Yeah, plenty of time on the clock here with 1:38 to go in the half. You got a timeout available to you. And two of them actually, so let's go to work here.
Willie throws underneath, and it's picked up there by Veltung. It'll have a first down for the Bombers on a gain of 5. Veltung got his first CFL touchdown pass earlier in this game to tie the game at 7. Fires, and Clarence Denmark makes his first catch of the game. And he's got a gain of 4.
Clarence Denmark, second in the league. Yards last year with 1,080, only 3 touchdowns. Comes into this ball game, 16 receptions. That's his 17th one. Hadn't heard from him first half.
Now on second down, Willie fires. It's picked up by Cole. The first down and more as he steps out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Gain of 13 yards.
Yeah, Rory Kohler just makes a living at this. Has for quite some time in his young career, just sitting on the sidelines. People forget about him, and quarterback says, I'll take that all day.
Drew Willie has not yet been sacked in the game. Last year in 3 meetings with BC, the Lions had 15 quarterback sacks against the Bombers. Here comes the rush. Big Hill off the edge. Willie gets away from the first man, and there's the sack. Wrapped up by Michael Brooks at the 50-yard line. That'll bring up second down.
And Adam Big Hill is coming off the edge, and he forces the issue. Watch how hard he comes off the edge. Adam's going to come here, and he's going to come right off the edge. Forces the issue. It's a nice job. Card kicking out.
Second and long. Willie looking, and the pass is incomplete for Belton. That'll bring up third down for the Bombers from the 48-yard line. Now, with the wind slightly at Haiwalahu's back, is O'Shea in the mood to try a field goal here? Doesn't look like it. With the punting units coming on. Again, Haiwalahu's longest of the year is 52, but this would be a 56-yard try if he wanted to. And he'll punt it with Keola Antolin back to receive. Good kick. Antolin fields it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. This will be a legal kick by Haiwalahu,
who's had a tough first half punting the football, but that punt was right on the money.
And they'll mark it out of bounds at the 2. One of the best in the CFL at pinning the opponent inside the 10-yard line. A 47-yard kick. So the Lions with 40 seconds to go have had the ball for more than 18 minutes here in the first half. Here's Harris on the first down carry. And Harris slides on across the 10 to the 11-yard line.
Takes 5 seconds off the clock. 1 timeout remaining for the BC Lions. Plenty of time here to go down the field, get you a couple big chunks, big plays, explosive plays. Anything can happen in 35 seconds of the Canadian Football League.
Now the clock will start now.
Now we're down to 30. It seems like they're just content to go to the locker room at this point.
Well, unless they don't get the first down here, Winnipeg could call timeout. But Harris gets out across the 15. He'll move the sticks. And that'll give BC a chance to run out the first half. So it has been a tight battle here in Winnipeg tonight.
Yeah, I don't understand the thinking there with 40 seconds on the clock, started this drive. I know you're backed up on your 2-yard line, but you can go the length of the field in 40 seconds in the CFL in a heartbeat. With their hurry-up tempo offense that Tedford implemented this year, first-year head coach, I think they're just trying to get to the locker room and regroup. Don't understand it, though. Doesn't fit their mentality as a football team.
So Lule takes a knee. The BC Lions open with an impressive touchdown march and lead by 3 after the first half here in Winnipeg. Time now for CFL Live at the half. Here's Rod Smith.
All right, thank you, Gord. Yeah, some long, sustained drives, so not as much scoring, and yet offense for several parts of that first half been quite good for the BC Lions and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Joining me, the panel of Jock Climby and Milt Stiegel and Chris Schultz. A big question mark coming into this game was the health of Drew Willy 5 days ago, getting injured early in the third quarter in Edmonton. Schultze, well, I mean, 9 for 13 passing. Maybe the bigger surprise, though, is how he's been running the football.
Well, he was limping around the practice field on a Tuesday. 48 hours later on a Thursday, he is running. Give credit to Drew Willy to test his knee and pass the test. The hardest thing to defend is that decision for a quarterback, and when is he going to take off with the football, because all eyes are on him. But until he crosses the line of scrimmage, players on defense can't collapse towards him. I thought that play there was the big one of the entire half, changing the field position in a dramatic way. Then they're onto the red zone. Now here, one criticism though. Drew, don't put your head down. Slide, protect your body. You already have a leg that isn't necessarily 100%. You've already taken a tough hit in that Hamilton game. Just slide, give up on the play so you can make some more plays. Great first half, Drew Willy.
How about his counterpart, Travis Lulay, for the second straight week? Another really good start. That was an impressive opening drive.
Yeah, he had a great start, but then he sort of slowed down a little bit, and he had some difficulties. He had one interception, but he should have had 2 more interceptions. And he falls prey to something that a lot of quarterbacks do, and that's staring their receiver down. If you see on the 2 plays that were almost picked, you can see that. He is staring down his receiver, and for that reason, there are 3 bombers all around that football. Look, same thing here. He is looking at his receiver, and the safety gets over and almost makes the play in the ball. Same thing here. Watch his eyes going here, and look at the free safety. He is off and running before Travis is at the top of his drop, because Travis is giving it away with his eyes, and he almost gets this one picked as well. Travis Lulay, experienced quarterback, and even experienced quarterbacks sometimes forget that you have got to be able to look your safety off before coming to your receiver, have confidence he's going to be there.
Yeah, looking safety off, having safety, get involved in the game. Well, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers are trying to do something that's almost impossible. And let's play cover 0 and not showing it on the line of scrimmage, trying to disguise it. And Jock and I played against cover 0 a bunch of times. And cover 0 is when you're trying to bring more guys than the offense has to block. And you notice these 2 guys are trying to disguise it, coming from a distance. But when you come from a distance, you don't necessarily get there. The middle linebacker and the outside linebacker. That outside linebacker is the free guy. But because he comes from a distance, he doesn't get there. And as a receiver, you shouldn't have this much time to run a route. The DB is taught to go for that first move, but that receiver has a chance to do a double move, therefore resulting in a touchdown. When you play cover 0, you need to line all the guys up on the line of scrimmage. Yeah, the offense may know what's coming, but if they can't stop it, they can't stop it. Right there, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers did not do a good job disguising that coverage.
Following up in that point, Andrew Harris, I mean, he was remarkable against the Argos last week early on. They got away from him a bit. He's had a good, solid first half. How important is it for the Lions just to keep that going and make him a key part of their offense?
Oh, it is very important. We know what Andrew Harris can do, not only running the ball, but catching the ball out of the backfield, blocking for his quarterback, but they have to keep him involved. Last week, great first half. Yeah. Second half, 4 touches for 22 yards. They can't do that since the second half. Sure.
Not only that, he's into the game. You know, one of the best things a football player has when you play first half and you're productive and you get hit like that, you have that warrior mentality going into the second half of the game. You talk to any of us, we all wanted to get hit early to get it out of their system. Andrew Harris will have a good second half because the first half he's gotten beat up a bit. He's made some plays. He's playing with confidence.
Oh, hold on. Jock and I didn't want to get hit at all. Hold on.
No, Andrew doesn't mind getting hit. You and I had bothered us. But I think it's important to get the ball through the air. He's only got 1 catch. Look, this is a guy who's got 40 touchdowns in his career, 20 catching, 20 running. This got to be balanced, because this is what keeps defenses off balance, because you don't know where he's going to attack you from.
That 1 catch for 15 yards. He is 83 on the ground, so nearly 100 combined. Yeah, key part indeed, and definitely on that first possession. 14 plays that went for a touchdown for Courtney Taylor from Travis Lulay. It's the Lions leading it at the half in Winnipeg. 10-7 Thursday Night Football. We'll be back. Wendy's Friday Night Football on TSN, and another big Western showdown, especially for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, off to an 0-5 start against the Edmonton Eskimos, who are really coming on now after the win over Winnipeg with a record of 3-1. Watch it right here. Let's head right back out to Winnipeg now and join the coach, Paul Lapalisse. It's the GMC Coach's Playbook. And Coach, really, if you look at that opening drive, it demonstrated what BC is capable of doing so well on offense and where the Bombers have been weak this season on defense.
Well, the best thing about that opening drive is that the BC Lions have struggled defensively. But that opening drive took 9 minutes off the clock. It was 14 plays. It puts them in a situation where, hey, we don't have to go out on the field because of the BC Lions offense. As you look at this, you know, they didn't have any really big plays in this drive. They've only got 200 yards off this half, but they just methodically moved out the ball down the field. And when you do that, Winnipeg's offense is sitting on the sideline saying, when can we get in the football game? And that's what I like what the BC Lions did here. They get the touchdown versus a blitz coverage or a cover zero, like the guys talked about. Now, this is the concern for me with the BC Lions defensively. They've given up 10 touchdowns and 13 drives in what you call the score zone from the 20-yard line in, and that's what happened. They get a penalty, keep a drive alive, then they go in 2 plays later. So they've given up big touchdowns when they get down there. But the BC Lions offense, if they continue to control like they have in the first half, that's going to be key for them to keep that defense fresh, put them in no situations when they are in that score zone, guys.
And yet the Bombers, after all that, just trailing by 3 at the half. Paul Appley's our GMC coach's playbook. That was the thing. BC had a big lead over the Argos last week, couldn't hang on. Leading by 3 after that impressive opening drive. Second half kickoffs coming up from Winnipeg. Catch all the biggest moments of the season. The unbelievable catches, the hard-hitting tackles. You can watch them live as they happen or view them again and share them with friends. Go to tsn.ca/CFL must-see. 10-7 Lions at the half. Here's Jock with the stats.
Well, you know, both teams are moving the ball really well. I mean, just look at the total yards. These two teams are on pace for 700 yards of offense, and yet you can see the score. It's just 10-7. There needs to be some bigger plays. That's the issue. There's only one play over 20 yards so far, and that's the Drew Willie 30-yard run.
And the Lions touchdown on the opening drive, capping off a 14-play drive, scored by Courtney Taylor, who's standing by with Sarah Orleski.
Courtney, when you look at the way that this team especially started off that first quarter and was able to control the play, is that the type of tone that this group wanted to set?
Most definitely, especially coming off, the tough loss last week, jumping out 21-0. That's something that we said we wanted to pay attention to. We wanted to execute. We want to stay on the field. We want to keep the chain moving. And I feel like we did a pretty good job of that in the first half so far.
I was going to say, the focus and execution, it was so much of what we heard about leading into this game. What did you like in particular in that first half?
Oh, man, our QB. He's on point. He's getting guys in the right position. He's helping guys. Like I said, even when we're out there, we're kind of confused. He's directing guys, and right now, he's just on fire right now, and he's putting the ball where it needs to be.
Thanks so much, Courtney.
Thank you, guys.
At the half, Thursday night football to the music of In Transformation, a Winnipeg band that has been together since 2006. The last year, Winnipeg hosted the Grey Cup, by the way, which was won by the Lions, by the way. Yeah, we're still in July. At the half, and it's BC leading by 3. Welcome as we get this week started.
If you didn't know, now you know.
End zone, touchdown, game winner.
Waggle down real crisp.
And it's a touchdown on special teams for Winnipeg. Back in Winnipeg with the BC Lions holding a 10-7 lead over the Blue Bombers, who entered this short week after the loss in Edmonton with all kinds of question marks about their quarterback. But Matt Dunning and Drew Willie has answered those questions in the first half.
Certainly has. Mr. Possible. He just makes everything possible. You think like he's down and out, and he finds a way to get back up and fight again. And this team needs him. They just need to play more disciplined football. It's been their Achilles heel to this point. They kept drives alive for the BC Lions, and the Lions offense was able to possess the football, and that's been the difference in this football game. Getting in the way of themselves first.
Winnipeg won the coin toss before the game deferred to the second half, so the Bombers will receive as Troy Studemeyer goes back. In a game that both sides would rightly view as winnable, Matt.
The game's in the balance, obviously 10-7 with 30 minutes to play, but you got to seize momentum soon right now for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Keep this fan base, keep this crowd involved, because They could be a big-time factor in the last 30 minutes here.
Well, high in the air to Studemeyer just outside the 10-yard line. And Studemeyer beats the first wave. Here he goes, Leone, the only man back, and Leone makes the shoestring tackle on Troy Studemeyer, a 41-yard return, and so the Bombers will open with great field position at their own 54-yard line.
Absolutely, and on good returns, you usually get good, clean help, and Adam Big Hill's being blocked there. He makes Cord Parks miss, puts the ball in midfield, exactly what the Bombers needed.
Bola Combo came in to help make the tackle along with the kicker.
Fans still finishing the rum over there in the rum hut and missed that.
On first down, Willie over the top. He's got Darvin Adams. And Adams in behind the BC defenders. Touchdown Winnipeg. And just like that, a big kick return. And Willie hooks up with Darvin Adams for a 56-yard touchdown. And the Bombers have taken the lead.
Inside receiver is going to take it up here and he's going to get across the free safety. He had him early and he spots it. Nice job by Darvin Adams. Little double move there, goes over the top. Ball spotted, breaks that tackle, plants his foot, walk-in touchdown. Exactly what the Winnipeg Blue Bombers needed to start this half. Big play opportunity seized by the special teams and offense. Just hope the fans got to see that one. If you're finishing up your hot dog and your beer, you might have missed it.
And the Bombers talked about it this week, Matt. They've been on the receiving end of most of the big plays in recent weeks.
Yeah, you just go back 2 weeks ago to the Calgary Stampeders. They did have 2 explosive plays at 75 yards plus, and this is what they need in that offense. Keep the crowd involved, and boy, get right. That's a great way to start the last 30 minutes of this football game.
Haralahu for the point after. And it's good. And it's a 14-10 Winnipeg lead. First lead of the game for the Bombers on the touchdown catch by Darvin Adams. Second of the year for him, the former Toronto Argonaut.
Yeah, Darvin's going to get up here and move it, and then he's going to jump right up over the top. And this is great timing and patience by the receiver there, and he's just running the daylight. Oh, that's pretty to watch right there. Big time play. Needed in a big way for the Winnipeg Blue Bomber offense. Strike him lightly.
So now BC's number one, Keola Antolin goes back.
My kid, my girl, my family.
And a long way to go here in Winnipeg tonight. Lions took 2 of the 3 meetings last year, and they've won 3 in a row here in Winnipeg.
Yeah, the Bombers not fared well in Investors Group Field. It's not been a good home field advantage for this football team. Trying to give this crowd what they deserve, and that's some victories.
Antolin from the 15-yard line. And a flag comes down as Antolin gets up to the 35, and another flag comes down. So 2 penalties on the play. And we've got an injured player on the Winnipeg sideline. Looks like Garrett Wagoner is the injured player as he crawls off the field.
Holding, BC number 99. 10-yard penalty, first down.
That's Jabbar Westerman who got called for holding, so it'll move the...
He destroyed, I believe it was Johnny Adams, and he pancakes him. He's got his... It's a beautiful thing if you want to watch this. He's right here. Watch what he does. This is just a mismatch, and he just gets pancaked.
Oh.
Yeah, it's usually when your chin splits open right there because that ground does not give. Certainly been on the receiving end of that many a times. And it's a big body getting a small body and winning the battle.
Lions in their 19. Play fake to Harris, off to Courtney Taylor. And Taylor one-on-one with Johnny Adams, close to a BC first down as he gets to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, just one-on-one. Amon Washington, Courtney Taylor. Now he passes it off to Johnny Adams. Area outside.
There is a flag on the play, Matt, on the far side of the field. And indication is it's against the BC Lions.
Illegal interference, blocking downfield before the pass. BC, number 17. Half the distance to goal. Repeat, first down.
So Austin Collie is called for blocking downfield before the throw. That negates the game and pushes the Lions back to their 9.
And here it is. Austin Cowley's going to go down here and he's going to just maul this defensive back. But it's 50 yards away from the play. It's got no bearing on the play. I have a hard time with that.
Lule in the end zone just spikes it as he had Zach Anderson in his face. And again, this Winnipeg crowd comes into play. And it brings up second down.
Travis has been flustered a couple of times here in this football game. We saw it in the second quarter when the crowd got involved, took a time count violation, and there he had to throw one away and looks a little perturbed. Here they go again.
Play clock winding down again. Lule draw play to Andrew Harris. Long way to go. Sam Hurl wraps him up and drops him to the 15-yard line. So a strong defensive stand by the Bombers, aided by a penalty against the BC Lions. And the Bombers will receive a punt. First 2 and out of the night for the BC Lions.
Not a very good actor there. Travis Lule didn't have the ball in a throwing position and tried to fake a pass. And a little draw play, much anticipated, well anticipated by the Bombers. Forced a 2 and out there. Nicely done. See if they can't capitalize again on some momentum here.
Leone stands at his 2-yard line. Almost blocked there. And Studemeyer takes it at his own 40-yard line. And this time, Studemeyer has the gain limited to a return of 8 as he's pushed out of bounds by Bo Lacombo. Drew Willie, questionable for the week. Unquestionably good tonight. And the Bombers have the lead on Thursday Night Football from Winnipeg here on TSN. Saturday with Seattle versus Whitecaps FC. Kickoff live at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on TSN 1. That, I believe, is the end of the field where the beer snake is often put together. They take the empty cups and make about a 20-row snake. Marshall on the first down carry up to the 46-yard line for a gain of 5. So that 1-2 punch for Winnipeg. Paris Cotton and Cameron Marshall goes to work tonight.
Pombriand comes in right now. He checks in. Julian Fielagadino comes off. They're going to go double tights here.
Second down, Willie throws, and Clarence Denmark reaches in. Covered there by Ryan Phillips, who's back in the BC lineup after missing the last 3 games. Saw his 181 consecutive game streak snapped after being injured against Ottawa, pulled a hamstring.
True testament to his athletic ability. Ryan Phillips, 11th year in the league from Eastern Washington. Just as athletic as when he came into the league. Got 40 career interceptions, and more importantly than that, he's a team leader back there defensively for that young defensive backfield for the Lions. Good to have him back in the lineup.
Ira Lahu looking at the standings. Is Michael O'Shea challenging something here? It may very well be.
Winnipeg is challenging defensive pass interference on the previous play. We'll review the play.
This is the most common coaching challenge we're seeing in the Canadian Football League this year. 18 of the 24 challenges have been over pass interference, and 9 of those 18 have been successful. Let's have a look.
Coming left to right into your screen. Not sure if this is going to be a good look. I think Ryan Phillips is clean there. He actually made a better play on the ball than the receiver did.
Over to you, Matt.
I don't think it's defensive pass interference. Of course, they called offensive pass interference in the first half there, and it looks like the receiver just stumbled into the DB. Incidental contact, but offensive pass interference was called. My hands were up in the air, and here I think it's a clean play by Ryan Phillips, making a great break on the football. He might have impeded him on the way out of the break with his left forearm across his chest. Because after 5 yards, the rules are pretty simple. The basic premise is that the defender cannot jam a receiver that is in front of him within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Can't create or initiate contact on a receiver that impedes, redirects the receiver beyond 5 yards. If you watch his left forearm, right at about the 5-yard mark.
After review, there is not enough evidence to change the call on the field. The ruling on the field stands. 3rd down.
So an unsuccessful challenge.
There's Ryan right there. He's celebrating about 2 minutes after the play.
You can celebrate again.
Yeah. Got to get jacked out. This is called false enthusiasm right there. Everybody played the football game, knows something about that. Coaches want enthusiasm on the field. Players can create that in a heartbeat.
So Lahu will now kick it away to Antolin, standing back just outside his 10-yard line. Low driving kick. Antolin from the 15. A flag comes down at the line of scrimmage. Antolin beats the first wave, spins back, and again finally gets dropped down to the 33-yard line. Tackle made by Lynn J. Shell, a 49-yard punt. A return of 17 with a penalty to come. Courtney Taylor has a touchdown catch in the game tonight. His BC Lions trail by 4 on this move tonight in Winnipeg.
Try to draw your attention to the foul on the play here. If you let it roll a little bit, it's going to be down on the left-hand side of your line of scrimmage right here. Watch this play or matchup here as it continues. Redirects inside, then he's grabbed right around the waist, and that's when the foul occurs.
So Lions now scrimmage at their own 7-yard line. Andrew Harris around the right side. And it gets up to the 10-yard line.
Khalil's pass in there again.
Along with Jamal Westerman.
Well, this is imperative for the Winnipeg Blue Bomber defense to get off the field here in a 2-and-out, flipping the field, giving their offense a chance. Game's in the balance here. Take control. You got to learn how to do this. It's exactly where it needs to happen.
Second and long. 4-man rush. Lule stands in and throws. It's caught by Harris. First down, BC up to the 32-yard line. Andrew Harris does it again, a gain of 22.
And he just gets lost over there on the short side of the football field. Johnny Adams just lets him get in behind him. There's Johnny right in front of your screen. Andrew runs kind of like a wheel route. Nobody covers him.
DeLon Washington finally pushes him out. What's the first down for the Lions? Way fake to Harris. Here comes the rush. Lule screens it. And Harris makes a one-handed catch as Khalil Bass pushes him out of bounds at the 36-yard line for a gain of 5.
Yeah, this just looked like a mix-up and finally ended up in a pretty good spot for the BC Lions. Travis is whirly derby all around. I can guarantee it that's not part of the process there. But he does locate Andrew and picks up 5.
Harris now the league leader in yards from scrimmage, overtaking Jerome Messam of Saskatchewan, who will play tomorrow night. Messam has played one more game than Harris. Lule fires out there for Keola Antolin, and Antolin gets buried.
Jake Thomas is in there.
Yeah, Jamal Westerman is there as well.
Pursued inside out. That's the stop he needed right there. He preferred it before Andrew Harris picked up 22. Gave him another chance, but you're off the field. Now the offense needs to go to work. If you're a Winnipeg Blue Bomber fan, this is promising.
Booming kick again by Leone. Chases Studemeyer back to his 21-yard line. And Studemeyer gets thrown down there by BC's Pascal Lockhart. A 53-yard punt and a return of 9. Winnipeg with the lead and the football when we come back after this. Purelator tackling hunger, a promise we can all help deliver. BC has 6 quarterback sacks on the year. Winnipeg has 7. The Lions have the only one tonight. Last year, Matt, Drew Willie was sacked 68 times.
I think that offensive line gave up 71 in the year, but Willie was involved in 68 of them. How about the BC Lions offensive line? Only 3 all year.
Yeah, 3 sacks against so far this season.
That's pretty. That's good. That's good football right there.
First down, Bombers from their 30-yard line. Play fake for Willie. Throws to the sideline. Pass is caught by Veltang up to the 40.
I just like that kid. He's so quick with the football. There's no hesitation. He plays fast, and you like to see that. Oftentimes, people, their mind kind of gets in the way of their athleticism and slows them down on the football field. Not with this kid.
Stephen Clark from out of bounds after a gain of 8.
He plays fast, Veltang does.
Here's Cameron Marshall on the carry, so Marshall back in for the Bombers. He'll have a first down on the gain of 2. Paris Cotton is on the Winnipeg sideline. And now Cameron Marshall's turn to run the football.
Not a bad, like we talked about it, the 1-2 punch, and Cameron Marshall is certainly made hay while the sun is up with his opportunities. Taking advantage of it.
Drew Willie, though, is the Bombers' leading rusher with 52 yards.
Who would have guessed that?
Put
some money down on that before the ball game. Be a rich man right now.
Play fake to Marshall. Willie throws. The pass is caught by Denmark. He's got TJ Lee on his back. And Denmark with a gain of 4 on the play. That's Denmark, one of 3 receivers last year to hit 1,000 yards. And the league on pace for far more than that this year as play opens up with the new pass interference rules and contact rules downfield.
I loved how BC defended that play. Second level contained by Solomon Elamimi, got the face of Drew Willie.
Willie on second down, throws with a catch by Darvin Adams. Off and running is Adams inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. Chris Robakama in to make the stop along with Josh Johnson. A gain of 37 yards and a first down.
Yeah, this is going to be a long night for. Here he is coming across the face. Fort Parks once again, and this is a blitz. Linebackers cleared the area underneath. Darvin Adams exploits that area and runs away from Cord Parks.
They beat him for a 56-yard touchdown earlier in this half. Again, a play fake to Marshall. Out of the backfield is Fiola Godino. And Fiola Godino crosses the 20-yard line down to the 18, close to another Winnipeg first down.
There's a lot of misdirection, little ISO fake, slip Giola Godino out in the flat. Julian finds this and does a nice job of moving the chains.
So with Willie at the controls, the Bombers have outscored the opposition 104-99. When he's out, they've been outscored 70-19.
It's taking the wind out of the sails right there, and the Bombers got to figure out how to sustain offensive production without this guy in there. But right now, they're looking sweet.
He's 4 for 4 on the drive, gives it off to Marshall. Now fakes it rather and throws it out of bounds. And Drew Willie goes down. Drops to the 30-yard line as he threw the football. And Drew Willie very slowly gets to his feet, favoring his right knee, the one that was injured last week against Edmonton.
Yeah, and he does a nice job, and it's just his left ankle gets caught under Solomon Elamimian, who's in pursuit, and he's just trying to throw this football away so he get to 2nd and 10 and not force it and his foot just gets caught under solid metal aluminum as he reaches right there. Kind of pops it, tweaks it a bit. Pressure.
Second down, here comes the blitz. Flags are down, and so is Willie. As the helmetless Michael Brooks throws him down. Brooks' helmet is a good 10 yards away.
I didn't think he'd be involved with the play if his helmet was off. Michael Brooks, who won a Super Bowl 2014 with the Seahawks.
And has some words for the Bomber bench.
You got to put that helmet back on. There you go. Going to get flagged if you don't. I don't think he can participate in the play. We'll see.
So it was 2nd and 10 from the 18.
The helmet pops off as a player, you're no longer allowed to be involved in the play, trying to protect the players from themselves in that situation. I think that's what they're discussing right here. As Brooks made that tackle on the pressure blitz from the BC Lions.
So a long discussion here by the officials. Referee Dave Foxcroft with the call.
Major foul, Winnipeg, number 68, face mask. We have illegal participation, BC, number 90.
Okay.
Penalties offset, it'll be 3rd down.
So he got face mask, that took his helmet off, but he continued to play, so that's a penalty.
Yeah, and it's right there.
Picard tore his helmet off.
Yeah, and then there's illegal participation.
Correction. It is 2nd down.
There you go.
2nd down.
Yeah.
2nd down.
But Brooks in his first year in the Canadian Football League would not know that rule.
Well, you got the official made a wrong call and said offsetting penalties, 2nd down repeated, but it said 3rd down. So Winnipeg rolled the field goal unit out there. Now they got to get their offense back out there and regroup on 2nd and 15.
But the 5-yard offset goes against the Bombers, so it's now 2nd and 15 from the 23.
We got all that. We're set here. Just hope you are at home.
Eighth play of the drive. Willie throws, pass is caught by Marshall. He fights his way down the 12-yard line to be short of a Winnipeg first down by about 4 yards.
Yep. BC's not going to give the Bombers anything big. They force Willie to dump it down, and then they rally Westerman to the ball, as well as a couple linebackers, forcing a short field goal.
So Hiralahu will try this from just inside the 20 to extend the Winnipeg lead to 7 points. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ryan Brom, the holder. Hiralahu pumps it through, and the Bombers now lead 17-10. A long drive by the Winnipeg Blue Bombers results in a field goal by Hiralahu. And just like that, the Bombers are up by 7. Where Khalil Bass is having a great rookie season. Here's Sarah Orlesky with more.
Well, Gord, we often see parents come to CFL games and support their sons. But how about Kevin Bass, Khalil's father? He has been to every single game that Khalil has played at every level, except for 2 games. And Khalil, he says, started playing football when he was just 8. He missed 2 games this year that he wasn't able to. He lives in Los Angeles. For this one, he flew from Los Angeles to Fargo, North Dakota, 4 hours south of Winnipeg, drove up. Says he knows that this wouldn't matter to every person, but it does, he knows, to Khalil, the fact that he makes this effort to be at every game that he plays.
So Khalil played at Portland State, and his dad drove up the Pacific Coast Highway to a lot of those games from LA. It's a pretty stretch of highway, but after the 18th or 19th time, it probably gets old.
Put it on autopilot.
After the field goal, first down BC from the 35. Lule throws, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Johnny Adams. There's a flag down, but Johnny Adams dives in front of that.
Holding BC number 63. The penalties decline. First down, Winnipeg.
And the penalty be waved off. Johnny Adams has his third touchdown, or third interception rather, of the year.
And a heck of an athletic play by Johnny Adams. And this football team is really playing well together right now. Travis Lulay is flushed out of the pocket. There's a hold right there, and he undercuts it. As Manny Arsenault doesn't get back to the football, but Adams does. Like you said, Gordon, his third pick of the year. This football team is in tandem with one another right now. Offense, defense, and special teams really playing well right now together. Opportunistic.
I love you, son.
Bombers in business from the BC 42-yard line. Willie gets away from the first wave, gets dropped, lost the football. And pouncing on it for the Bombers was Suk Chung, the rookie right guard. And that ball might be flat after he falls on that thing.
That is just...
David Menard got in there to get a hand on.
And that's just hustle play all the way out and around. He comes all the way around the line of scrimmage, never stops. That's his path here. Watch him. Gets pushed out and around, has to redirect.
Wow.
And then there's the tomahawk.
Loss of 7 on the play. Willie stands in, and this time he gets dropped again. Sacked by Alex Bazzi. And so the Bombers, who were in good field position, backed themselves out close to midfield and will have to punt.
Yeah, Bazzi, I believe, I believe he's right here. He had 11 sacks last year, his rookie year. You can see why. He gets good leverage. And not a big man. 6'2", about 250. Uh-oh.
Fake punt. Haralahu throws it up for Teague Sherman, and Sherman gets tackled right away by BC's Stephen Adekolu. And so the fake punt misfires. And the Lions take over at their own 47.
I'm going to ask a question here, and I'm sure a lot of fans are asking. 3rd and 21? And you're pulling it? I don't know. Oftentimes, I know Mike O'Shea will greenlight his football team to make the calls themselves if they see something that they practiced on. And there's Mike talking to his kicker / quarterback. Was 1 for 1 on the night. I'm not sure about that decision.
Critical part of the football game. 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And the Lions have it at their own 47.
Great field position and some momentum back with that stop.
And the give goes to Andrew Harris, who gets away from the first couple of tackles, gets maybe a yard.
Khalil Bass, Sam Hurl, all scraping down the line of scrimmage, going sideline to sideline, stringing that one out nicely defensively for the Bombers.
Mark has a gain of 2. Play clock running out again. And they just get the play off. Flag comes down. Another flag comes down. Lulay throws to the sidelines. It's caught by Courtney Taylor. He's short of a first down. This is almost certainly holding against the Lions.
Oh, yeah, it was TJ Player just completely tackled a Winnipeg Blue Bomber as he was coming scot-free to Travis Lulay.
It'll force the Lions into a punting situation with 58 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Right here, give you a better look. Just tackles him.
So on comes Stoudemire to receive the kick from Leone. O'Shea having the conversation with Dave Foxcroft. Now we're talking about to take the penalty.
Yeah, holding BC number 68. That's a 10-yard penalty. Illegal block, hands to the face. BC number 57. 10-yard penalty, second down.
So the Bombers will elect to move the Lions back, put the BC offense back on the field for second and very long. And the Lions will scrimmage from their 39-yard line.
I have a hard time with that. You're forced to third down opportunity, get the ball back, give them a chance for a big play.
Lions have penalized more than 100 yards tonight. Second and a bunch. Three-man rush. Lule has time and throws. Gore makes the catch and fights his way close to the first down as he gets to midfield. Now, depending on the spot, he might be about a yard short.
And this play,
at most 2, Matt.
Yeah, he's 2 yards short here. Travis is going to buy some time, move to his left. Moves to his left, slides that way, and it opens the window for Sean Gore to find.
And now the Lions are going for it. It's 3rd and 2. Last week stuffed on 3rd and 4 in a key turning point in the game against Toronto.
Critical sequence here. Bombers accepting the penalty, giving the chance, not forcing the punt. BC put in this situation.
Here you go. Lule on 3rd down. Throws incomplete for Harris. And so the Lions turn it over on downs on the final play of the 3rd quarter. It's a second-guesser's paradise tonight as both coaches have made interesting decisions. And the Winnipeg Blue Bombers go into the 4th quarter with a 7-point lead.
Travis Lule upset with himself, too, because he had Harris open in the flats.
Big second half so far for the Bombers. All right, here are the numbers after 3 quarters of play, and pretty close in almost every department. The difference is 3 turnovers by the BC Lions, and the Lions, though, still have a decided edge in time of possession, but it's Winnipeg up by 7 after 3 quarters. Let's go back, Matt, for the last couple of minutes.
Do we have to?
So, strangely enough, Winnipeg decides to gamble or fake a punt on 3rd down.
3rd and 21.
21. It backfires. Then they assess a penalty. They take a penalty against the Lions that keeps the offense on the field, and then the Lions gamble on 3rd and 2.
And Travis Lule has Harris wide open in the flat, and he just throws an errant ball and almost went the other way as Maurice Leggett was in coverage, but Travis is upset with himself, and Mike O'Shea says, dodged a bullet. But this football team in the 3rd quarter, Gord, played well together. Despite some decisions that were made on the sidelines, they got it done on the
Look out,
ball.
Drew Willie looks the other way.
And spinorama, oops.
That was page 8 of the playbook, and they ran page 9.
Yeah.
Whoops.
That looked like, we've all been there. It's called a brain fart, and you have them. And he just opens the wrong way, and oh no, this is not good. Get what you can, get down. Because Payne is coming in a hurry in the form of Adam Bighill.
So now 2nd and 12. Willie stands and his throws. He's got a man. Veltun with the catch. And a first down out of bounds at the 32-yard line of the Lions. A pickup of 25 yards for Justin Veltun.
Best throw of the night, and to a receiver that's taking advantage of his opportunity. Going to run a corner route and watch the confidence and the dime that Drew Willie throws into a tight window. Stick it in there. Boy, strike him lightly. That is beautiful. That is throwing with confidence, and these two have something going.
5 catches for 57 yards for Veltun. First down Bombers from the BC 32. Now the play fake to Veltun. Willie tries to screen off for Paris Cotton, who's back in the game for Winnipeg, and the pass is incomplete.
That was just a nice job of Drew Willie not getting into a negative play there, because pressure comes right off the edge. Right off the edge here, coming out of your screen. There it is. Drew buys enough time and space to dump it, force a 2nd and 10.
Bombers have 1 2-and-out tonight, Matt. They had 10 last week. Second down, quarterback draw. Willie dives ahead. He's got a first down. Drew Willie down to the 20-yard line. And if they liked Drew Willie before, they love him now.
He's just, his quarterback draw design. Credit Marcel Belfay for kind of taking advantage of a very unexpected situation where Drew Willie miraculously heals in a short period of time with a bum knee, decides to play. Now he's running like a first-team All-American running back.
4 carries for 64 yards tonight. First down, Winnipeg. Willie fires a one-hopper. Now a flag comes down at the goal line. Veltung was downfield on Chris Robacamba, the safety. And again, this is a flag that's a good 30 yards away from the play.
Illegal contact. BC number 23. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Josh Johnson for it.
Yeah, Johnson is your strong side linebacker. I believe he's right here. He's going to push out into coverage and jam that receiver and impede him or redirect him. You can't do that past 5 yards.
So now you've got first down, Winnipeg at the BC 11. Here's Paris Cott. Adam Bighill's not going to let him go. Bighill throws him down for a loss of 2.
It's just amazing. You know, it's film study or video study today's day and age, and just great instincts by Adam Bighill, who leads the league in CFL in tackles. And he's phenomenal how quickly he recognizes things and positions himself, doesn't get out leveraged. That's his responsibility. Hits his gap and gets another stop, which is a tackle for a loss here.
Willie under pressure, throws down towards the goal line, incomplete. Johnson's there on the coverage. And he knocks it away from Fiola Godino, the intended target. So it will be now third down for Winnipeg, and the Bombers will try a field goal.
And, you know, that ball was thrown where only his receiver's going to have a chance to get it. I don't know if Drew had a chance to spot it anywhere else, but not a bad play where it falls incomplete, where you can kick a field goal, get a 10-point lead here.
And don't forget, this field goal try comes on a short field drive for Winnipeg, set up by a 3rd and 2 gamble by BC that misfired. Hiralahu from the 20. Hiralahu, easier done than said.
Yeah, Brian Braun did a nice job of spotting that football on the tee for his kicker, because snap was a little low and he got it up and threw the uprights.
Bombers up by 10 here in the 4th quarter. Good.
No, I bet it was early. I bet they didn't have to take many. And that's what football to me is all about, because you do so much practicing. You got to find ways to make it fun. And that's fun. That just takes you back there. I don't care if you're professional or if you're just starting out. Chunking the football, doing stuff like that makes practicing and throwing the ball around in the yard fun.
First down, Lions from their own 35-yard line. First down carry to Andrew Harris out across the 40, and he fights his way close to a BC first down, a gain of 9. So the information we're getting from the Bomber sidelines is that was not a called fake by Hiralahu.
Choice he made
from the coaching staff, but he saw an uncut receiver and made the throw, perhaps not fully aware of the distance required.
You think?
But he got green lighted.
3rd and 21. He green lighted himself, which O'Shea gives his players the opportunity to do, but that was just a young mistake, not realizing down and distance at 3rd and 21.
Second and short now for BC. And Harris runs headlong into Khalil Bass, but has a first down and moves the sticks. And if you're just joining us, BC opened with a 14-play, 95-yard drive in the first quarter, chewed up a good 8 minutes to take the lead.
Yeah, from that point forward, have 3 points on the board, and similar to what we saw last week, 21-point start and nothing.
Way fake to Harris. Lewis got room to run. He's got Arsenault with a block, and Arsenault straightened up the middle linebacker, Sam Hurl, and Hurl checking to make sure everything's still in place after Manny Arsenault stood him straight up.
Yeah, and Travis sees it. He's directing. He's pointing Arsenault as he breaks contain here. He's going to point to Arsenault, said, get him. Here he is on his horse.
And Sam Hurl.
There he point, get him. And he doesn't see Hurl, but he kind of butt blocks him. Does a nice job at opening up for Travis.
Now the pass complete to Courtney Taylor. Sam Hurl took a couple of steps towards the Bombers sideline, then almost collapsed down. He's just getting to his feet now after that block by Arsenault, but
Khalil Bass is down now, it looks like.
But Sam Hurl was struggling mightily after that hit. That actually broke his helmet. They're fixing Hurl's helmet after the collision with Arsenault.
I could see that again because it didn't look like Arsenault got a big piece of him. Kind of got him, dipped his shoulder. Might have just timed it perfectly.
Meantime, Khalil Bass is down, and of course we talked about his dad coming to watch him play. So dad with a nervous look. So a little insight in the life of linebackers the last couple of plays. But Hurl's buckling up and getting ready to go back in.
Here's the last play where Khalil Bass gets kind of tangled as he's taking Courtney Taylor down in pursuit. There he is here, wraps him up. And it's tough to see what actually happened. Be a hand.
Go back to Hurl here.
Yeah, and this is,
oof. Well, that moved his helmet pretty significantly.
He's checking for parts there. Seeing what's falling off, what he still has and doesn't have.
On first down, Lule throws, and the pass is caught by Sean Gore. And Chris Randall makes the tackle on him. So we've got some new faces in this Winnipeg defense now as Greg Newman is in at linebacker.
Maybe not a bad thing because they were taxed early in the first 30 minutes of this football game.
His helmet is still broken. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So Jesse Briggs out of McGill is in at middle linebacker. And here's Harris running right at him. And close to a first down as he gets down to the 27-yard line. Gain of 3. So Hurl is waiting.
He's like impatiently. Look at him.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is he's frustrated because he wants to get back out there. But, you know, when you start a Canadian linebacker, Canadian player, you've got to have another Canadian behind him, and that's where Jesse Briggs, like you said, Gord, second-year player from McGill, comes in. And he's got to be ready just as anybody else would on the football field.
Harris over 100 yards rushing tonight. Coming off a 3-touchdown performance last week. 8 to go in the fourth quarter. Play fake to Harris. Lule off and running. And look out. He goes leaping up over Adams and then gets finished off by Jamal Westerman, a gain of 6.
Yeah, Westerman got outflanked and lost contain, and Lule saw it and made him pay for about 7 yards here, right to left. You're going to see the contain loss there by Westerman. Now he goes, uh-oh. He's got to get on his horse. He loses his balance, but Lule comes back into him because Johnny Adams turns him back inside. Finally, Westerman catches up.
Hurl's helmet still not fixed. He remains on the sidelines. It's 2nd and 4. Here's Harris. Gets the first down and across the first down marker down to the 15-yard line. And now Hurl, after a long pit stop, is finally ready to come back in.
And Briggs made the stop there on that last play, but it was too late as the chains removed by Andrew Harris and a nice play in the middle of the defense.
And they'll keep Hurl on the sidelines for now. First down for the Winnipeg 15. Harris. Not much doing there. Nate Collins got the first touch on him. And a gain of maybe a yard on the play. So Hurl comes back in and gives a tap to Jesse Briggs, who will remain in the game as Newman comes out. Khalil Bass remains on the sideline.
Absolutely love the fill there. That's just a beautiful job of run stoppage right there by the Bombers. Every gap is canceled. Understand the importance of a defensive stand right here, trying to force a field goal.
10th play of the drive for BC. To the end zone, Taylor, incomplete. Broken up by Damon Washington. And that'll bring up 3rd down.
Damon Washington is burned on the play, but he recovers and gains his balance, sticks his arm up late, and actually gets a piece of the football. Not going to be able to see it on this shot. Lule spots it out there. Damon's recovered right here.
Wow.
Might have got that arm in there a little early.
And there's a challenge flag being thrown by Jeff Tedford.
There's a better look at it here. Gets turned around, loses his balance, stumbles, then his arm gets on Courtney Taylor's left arm, impedes it from going up to the football.
BC is challenging defensive pass interference. We will review the previous play.
So the Lions are arguing it's pass interference in the end zone against Washington. What do you think, Matt?
I think they're right. Not sure. This
right there.
I don't know if that's, I think the live look, second look we saw. This one here, I think would be the best look of seeing it. Center field turn, stumbles, and then he gets there a little early. If he can slow it down just a little bit as he approaches Courtney Taylor with his left arm, I think he impedes his left arm from getting up.
Boy, this dynamic of being able to challenge pass interference has really changed the game in a lot of ways, Matt.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it has. Big play. You want to get it right. And I think it's a really great thing that coaches like Jeff Tedford have the opportunity on a big play like this to challenge it.
They've just shown it on the scoreboard here.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Incomplete pass. 3rd down.
Tedford doesn't like it.
I don't either. It's like, I'm like 0 for 6 this year, just not in sync with command center in any way, shape, or form.
So now the Bombers have held BC to a field goal try as Richie Leone comes on. This will be from the 22-yard line.
It's a big one. Get within 7.
Leone puts it through, so the Lions put together a long march that results in 3, and now it's a 20-13 game with 5:46 to go in the 4th quarter on Thursday Night Football from Winnipeg. CFL on TSN is brought to you by GMC. We are professional grade. Once in a blue moon. Tonight is a blue moon, Matt. You know why?
I don't, Gord.
2 full moons in a month. The second one is called a blue moon.
Maybe a good sign for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Because they only win at home once every blue moon.
Oh,
no,
that is true. It is true.
They acknowledge they need to get
harsh,
more wins
true.
at home. It is harsh. Here's Willie now. Fires, and it's complete to Darvin Adams. Takes one away with Ryan Phillips and gets down to the BC 40-yard line. Darvin Adams has had himself a night. That's a 33-yard gain.
Yeah, they needed explosive plays, and Darvin Adams said, "Thank you, sir, and I have another." Here he is, and this has been the play he's been running most of the night. It's a climb route. Get up there, push it. We've seen him run that play twice, and he fights back to the football, hungry for it. Locates it.
4 catches for 127 yards for Darvin Adams, including a 56-yard touchdown. On 1st down, here's Marshall on the carry. He busts through. Cameron Marshall, 1st down and more. Down to the 25-yard line. TJ Lee makes the stop. It's a 17-yard gain.
Now, this is the Winnipeg Blue Bombers that you expect to see. Quarterback running, slinging it. Big plays by the receiver. Defense stepping up and running the football and controlling the line of scrimmage. Nice job there. Big hole by the big offensive lineman. That's Patrick Neufeld drawing in for the first time this year, playing left guard for Chris Greaves, opening up that hole.
Here's Marshall on the carry again, and this time he gets stacked up.
bow your
Bernard
neck.
in there, gain of 1.
You got to bow your neck right here with 4 minutes to go if you're the BC Lions, because you don't want any more yardage gained by the Bombers because they're in field goal range now. We know that Liram Haralahu. Thanks, Gordon. I was going to mess that up again. I didn't want to go there. I was like, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. He's got a big leg, and
he's got a big name, too.
Yeah, he does.
Second and long. Quarterback draw again. Willie dives ahead. He'll be short of the first down this time. He needed the 15 and get to about the 17 for a gain of 7.
I needed just a little bit more patience on that. You got to receive the ball and then set the defense up. And he went a little early, and so the second level defenders didn't get a chance to get in their drops, and they're able to regroup, and then Solomon Elamini comes in there and finishes the deal, along with Kareem Smith.
So now, on comes Haralahu for the field goal try.
Thank you, Gord.
From the 25.
Brom is holding, second-team quarterback from Louisville, sure-handed quarterback.
At the 26-yard line. So this is a critical moment now in the game with the 3-minute warning approaching and a chance for the Bombers to take a 10-point lead. Haralahu puts it through.
That's huge.
23-13, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers lead. The 3-minute warning has arrived in Winnipeg. Thursday Night Football returns after this. Well, Pacific Nations Cup begins on Monday with the final round of games live from Burnaby, BC. Coverage of the triple header kicks off at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific on TSN 1. So an impressive drive by the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Nets some 3 points.
Drew Willie going to his favorite target again. Darvin Adams using his legs, running the football. That was a Winnipeg Blue Bomber drive right there.
2.5 to go. The Lions from the 35-yard line. Lule throws. And he's got A.C. Leonard. Leonard out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
Khalil Bass coming up. Zone coverage. Saw the receiver cross his face.
Well, actually, you know what? They're going to say Leonard did not get out of bounds. And so now the clock will run once the ball is placed. And it is running now. To Leonard again. And a first down close to midfield as Sam Hurl makes the stop.
It's exactly the type of throw that Travis likes to get to the big receiver Leonard, and shows some nimbleness too, making Chris Randall miss on the tackle.
Little leg throws. Harris has the catch. He gets whacked to the sidelines, and a flag comes down around Travis Lule after he was dropped.
Major foul, roughing the passer, Winnipeg number 55. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's a tough one. Jamal Westerman called for roughing the passer, so in addition to the gain by Harris at 12 yards, tack on 15 for roughing the passer.
Yeah, you got 2 coming. Yeah, it's a pretty easy call there.
So now BC with a first down at the Winnipeg 33-yard line. And on the penalty, the clock stops at 2:02. Lule, throw in, the pass is intercepted. Picked off in front of Taylor.
Damon Washington into that play.
And Damon Washington with his first interception of the year. And what a time to do it. The Winnipeg defense stands tall. And the Bombers have the ball back.
Washington gets his 4th career interception. First of this year. 4th-year player from Auburn. Watch what he does here, folks. He's going to come up here and then settle here. As watch what the receiver does. He's going to try to run it out and then come back underneath right where Damon Washington anticipates the route going. There he is. There's a route going out. He's going to try to bend it back in. Damon feels it, falls back, makes a critical interception.
So the Bombers have the football at their own 9-yard line with 1:55 to go. Bombers have only gone 2 and out twice tonight. And here's Cameron Marshall with a first down carry and very close to moving the sticks for Winnipeg.
He's been impressive here in the fourth quarter. Not a lot of touches, but he's making them count when he gets them.
Timeout, BC.
So BC calls timeout now with 1:48 to go.
Marshall Cameron, 7 carries for 43 yards. Drew Willie comes out of the game, 2nd and short.
What a night Drew Willie has had, though.
It's been impressive on a short week. A lot of people just question whether or not he'd be able to play in this one, let alone produce like he has, not only with his arm, but with his legs. 70+ yards rushing as well. Really knifed the BC Lions defense all night.
And Marshall on the 2nd down carry from Robert Marv goes leaping up and does have a Winnipeg first down.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. You know, taking the ball 4 or 5 yards off the line of scrimmage on 2nd and 1, and they do. They just run like a little belly play for the lead back, and then Marshall goes over the top, just barely picks up the first down.
And now the clock will continue to run, so BC has used its timeout in the last 3 minutes. And the Bombers with a fresh set of downs here. Up by 10 after back-to-back losses in Alberta. Here's Marshall again. Out to the 25-yard line. BC helpless to stop the clock. Next week, Winnipeg will be in Hamilton trying to avenge that 52-26 loss to the Ticats here earlier this season. BC will be home against Edmonton. Clock down to 1 minute to go here in the fourth quarter. Big Hill steps into Marshall, and Marshall will be short of a Winnipeg first down.
Nice collision right there. Adam Big Hill, one of the best defenders in the Canadian Football League, and Cameron Marshall ran right through that would-be tackle. I like the competition we're seeing right now, and he talked to Mike O'Shea, head coach for Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and he likes his football team. There are a lot of questions about some players on the team, and Osh likes the group of players he has, and he says at every position we have competition. And you can certainly see at the running back spot, Paris Cotton, Cameron Marshall.
Aralahu standing back at his 15-yard line. A low driving kick to Antolin, who lets it bounce at the 35. Attack on a 5 yards, no yards penalty. And Antolin is up to the 43-yard line, so the Lions will take over there. 23 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. The Nissan Titan player of the game is brought to you by Nissan, official vehicle of the CFL.
Drew Willie, 17 of 24, 267 on the night, 2 touchdowns. And how about this? An impressive 71 yards rushing. Very unexpected production with his legs tonight on a wobbly wheel on a short week. Drew Willie showing you toughness once again. His team responds with him at the helm. Nice and tight player of the game.
A long tradition of great tough quarterbacks here in Winnipeg. You're part of it, Matt. And Drew Willie sticking his claim is now to that legacy. Lule flushed out, and Willie throws up the field. Will Gore got leveled there. And Johnny Adams, Bruce Johnson stepped into him.
Yeah, Travis was about 3 yards over the line of scrimmage when he let that one go. Just didn't have awareness about him here.
So Sean Gore took that shot for nothing.
Illegal forward pass, BC, number 14. And 10-yard penalty, repeat. First down.
This has not been Travis Lulay's finest hour tonight. Had a great, tremendous first drive and then looked ordinary the rest of the way. I heard John Climby talk about it at halftime, how Travis stared down receivers several times and got lucky on a couple plays. The big one in this last series cost him a turnover. But credit the Winnipeg Blue Bomber defense squad for stepping up here and giving the fans what they wanted, a long time, well-deserved home victory.
First and 20. Willie being chased, and one hops out in front of A.C. Leonard. 8 seconds to go. Willie talking offensive coordinator Marcel Belfay, who this year is on the sidelines for Winnipeg as opposed to being upstairs.
And Drew Willie wanted it that way. He wanted to be able to communicate with his OC. He likes that dynamic, and it's worked for him. That's a choice by a quarterback. Buck Pierce plays a big part of what the Bombers do and see from the press box, and he relays information down to Belfay, who gives it to Willie.
This Winnipeg crowd's been part of the story tonight as well. After a noisy best. Willie throws, Courtney Taylor the catch. And there's 1 second showing on the clock. So the Winnipeg Blue Bombers will improve to 3-3 on the year. BC will drop to 2-3. And Drew Willie, once again, the central focus for the Bombers. What a night for him, and what a night for his team. Willie throws, the pass is caught by Arsenault. And he gets thrown out of the 23-yard line by Adams, and now some pushing and shoving breaking out right by the Lions bench. And
that's frustration by Arsenault, who's been non-existent here for 60 minutes and finally sees the ball first time all night and takes out his frustration on the tackle out of bounds.
Winnipeg Blue Bombers win it 23-13. And Drew Willie receives congratulations from teammates and foes alike as the Bombers bounce back from a brutal loss last week at Edmonton with an impressive 10-point home win over the BC Lions. Bombers are in Hamilton next week. Lions home to Edmonton. Thanks for watching Thursday Night Football on CSL.